And the first qualification is purity. Purity, 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 purity. I'm not talking about impartation, that people just come and fall down. I'm talking about a kind of power that when the devil comes and looks at you, he will find nothing. Isaiah was prophesying. He was a national prophet, but he didn't have this power. He said in Isaiah chapter 6 verse 1, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord. And a national prophet, when he appeared before the light of God, he said, woe unto me, I'm a man of unclean lips. I dwell amongst a people of unclean lips. Because he's entering another kind of power. The creatures that wield the power that God wanted to give Isaiah were called seraphims. They are the holy ones. They are the burning ones. And if you don't have purity, you can't touch this power. And so the first way to wield this power that we speak about is purity. If the devil can come to you and still find something, you cannot change his government. Make no mistakes about it. If you like, quote 1 million scripture. You cannot change his government. Anybody who is guilty of the stains from his realm cannot challenge his realm. And so all the men who wielded this kind of power, they were first of all purged. They were purged. God will give them an encounter to purge them. Before Moses entered this power, in Exodus chapter 3 from verse 1 to 3, he said Moses came to the backsides of the wilderness, even unto Horeb, the mountain of God. And the first thing they told him is, take off thy sandals. Where you are standing is holy ground. Holy ground, holy ground. If you are not purified, you can't wield power. That's why he said, God will purify the sons of Levi, that they can bring acceptable worship. There is a power that is tied to purity. Every time a man wields power that changes government, he is clothed with the regalia of purity. It was spoken about Joseph. Joseph was the first man that shaped Egypt. And when Joseph was x-rayed, the Bible gave us the testimony of purity. In Genesis 39 verse 9, Potiphar's wife threw herself at him, but the man knew where he was going. He said, how can I do this evil and sin against God? He went to the prison for 14 years. What others pay money for to have, somebody else paid the price of 14 years imprisonment, but it was a price for a kind of power. If he slept with Potiphar's wife, he would have become the head of the houseboys. He knew the repercussion of refusing the woman. He knew. This is a kind of power that you will pay prices for, but you will be willing to suffer in order for your garment to be pure. Because listen, the Bible said if you have not resisted sin to the point of death, you are not qualified to speak when the immortals are talking. We are not talking about people who are still struggling with masturbation and fornication. We are talking about people who are threatened. That is either you compromise or you go to jail, and they are willing to go to jail. Sometimes even your ministry can be brought on the line. You will be accused because you refuse to compromise, and you will lose your ministry. But you know that the power is bigger than a physical organization. How can I do this evil and sin against God? And this guy was in prison for 14 years, and God kept quiet. And the question you'll be asking yourself is, God, where are you? I thought when I refused to compromise, I should succeed. You are in the police force. They tell you every week here, they bring bribe of 2,000 kwacha. And you say, I don't take bribe. And your boss looks at you and say, how dare you? And they will send you to a village where there's no electricity. And you'll be there for 10 years, and God will keep quiet. It's the price for the power of God. You are in government. Every parliament member compromise. You are the only one standing. And when you turn, it looks as if you are naked. Everybody makes you an enemy, but you will stand your ground. They will make you an enemy, but you will stand your ground. When you refuse to back down, a point will come. Something will begin to happen. The heavens will begin to move. Will begin to move.